Let me give you a rundown of what's going on with the water leak. I didn't notice there was any leak when I purchased the place, but I did notice there was paint peeling. The place is really old, is bound to have wear and tear, so I didn't think more to it. Once I got the place, I scraped all the peeling paint off and I just smooth it out with some filler. A few days later, I come back, I noticed there's some wet spot on those patch up wall, which is very interesting. That is not because of the filler being still wet. It's definitely from some sort of water. I took a lot of pictures. I sent it to Body Crop. They come back and told me to get a plumber, get a report to see what's going on. The plumber did think that is some sort of leak. They are very curious about why there's pipe so high up there. This is a kitchen, it's not even a shower. Why is that pipe running up so close to the ceiling? That may be roof leaking, but there wasn't any rain for a few days already. There is no water coming from the roof. Then they asked me, okay, turn off the water to see if it's dry out. Turns out, yes, it did dry out when the water is off. Then I turn it back on. A few hours later, the water spot come back. So yeah, that is definitely some sort of leak in the water pipe. The Body Crop sent their own plumber to double check. They agree with the original report. Then they send out the leak detection to find the exact location of the leak. Then the next step is finding the plumber to fix that leak. I don't envy the plumber what they do. That is such a difficult job. So the plumber start working and he find the first leak. When he opened up the wall, literally the water is shooting out like for a few meters onto the floor. He even say that you guys probably waste a lot of water. Anyways, he fix it, patch it up, then turn on the water again. Then he find a second leak and he's like, oh my god, 4-hour job become a 8 hours job. Once he's done with the fixing, he patch up the wall and it's all fixed. And you know what? I'm so lucky I didn't need to pay out front myself because that bill is $1,700. Yeah, so the Body Crop pay, technically I pay a portion of it because I am one of the owner, but at least it's divided by 6, I guess. That's the story. I have built all this wall cabinet. What you can see here is the current situation of my wall. Previously, there is pipe leak on my wall. That is repair. The plan for the wall cabinet will be like this. So all this wall cabinet will finish around here, which is at the fridge. That's where the wing wood will go. On Monday, I hire a tradie to help me out to put all the cabinet on the wall. I'm not asking him to install the doors and stuff because I want to save money. So he said that it's like around 3 to 4 hours should be enough for him to install all that on the wall. And I still got a bunch of doors. It's my job, it's not his job. Because I want to save money, I will do that. But this is not the hard part. The hard part is installing everything on the wall. So that's why I'm asking for help. Looks so good, isn't it? Money well spent. It took him 2.5 hours to do all that. If I do all this myself, it would take me a whole day or even longer. $250, I think, is worth it for my time. got a second-hand induction cooktop. It looks really good. I've been using this at least 3 years. I have the dilemma. This thing is barely fit into this cabinet. This is the line for the cutout. Have a lot of the cutout there. And same thing apply to the other side. Another dilemma I have is like this edge will be cutting through this thing. The actual element is a little bit more inside of the glass top. I can router for it to drop down enough so I don't need to cut into this white part. Let me show you the drawing that I have for the cut out. Something called normal cut. So initial cut for the normal cut is all the way there like that. And stop here and come down. And stop here and come across like that. So this is the normal cut. Shouldn't be having any obstacle for the normal cut. I want to have the big hole gone. Then I can do fine adjustments so I don't scratch too much. I don't want my blade down too quickly. I'm going to router out this portion. Is a little bit shallower. Now, this part is the worst part. Do you see a little bit circle there? Let me show you what that means. This is what I'm talking about. I use benchtop connector, which is a piece of metal. If I just do a normal cut, it will cutting into metal. What I'm planning to do is taking those out. The glue should be really secure. You see 2, but there's actually 3. Why is that? Because there's 1 here. So I talked to an electrician this morning. I have to install an isolation switch for the cooktop. The switch have to be at least 150 mils from the cooktop. Option that he said have the switch and chase the wall down here. They drill a hole into the cabinet and then across. Tomorrow morning I will start working on the oven, have some sort of platform to elevate the oven. I make a platform to elevate the oven. The oven is sitting out a little bit. I have a cutout for the backing. Electrician coming in next Tuesday to deal with all that. I'm about to chase the wall. Not putting any electrical, obviously. I want to slowly doing the chasing so I can keep the workplace clean. I'm not going to lie, tradie are untidy, meaning that I will actually need to spend more time to clean up their mess afterward. This is what it looks like now. A certain area is solid, a certain area is empty. So I'm guessing there will be a chunk of empty again. Below that is just enough for the cable to sneak through to my cabinet so it can get out. This is what I can do now, just make the electrician life easier. As I said, I want to keep the site clean myself. I do a little bit and clean. I do a little bit and clean. That's basically my workflow. Keep the dust down quite well. So there's nothing travel towards that area. Great. So now I am about to clean that area. However, when I was about to clean up and then I turned on the tap and there's no water. I was like, did I do something wrong? And then I go downstairs to my neighbor and I asked if they have water. No one have water. It must have turned off by power and water because they need to do some work or whatever. Finally, it's time to do the tiling for my kitchen. Most of the tile wet saw is like at least over $100. For some reason, Osido come in again. This is $60. Should at least give it a try. I'm not sure if it's going to be good or not. What is the current state of my kitchen? I finished the wall cabinet. I finished all the door for the base cabinet. I still missing the cake board. I take a lot of times to think about things. And then I would just think of some other things to do, and I completely forget about this. This is the clean slate. All the tiles is down ages ago. You can see the original line of the old tiles. I got some electrician to install this already. Welcome to my bathroom. Want to observe how much water is going to pour out from the machine. So I got that and this. Whoa. Why are you leaking water? Let's try. First cup. This is the cut that I just made from the saw. So you can see this part is a little bit crooked and this part is actually quite smooth. Yeah, it's straight enough. I'm okay with that. Probably use some file to see if I can actually smooth it out. So yeah, that's the very first cut that I tried. And you can see when you turn it on, make sure you have the blade guard down. Otherwise it's shooting water into your face. I am done for the night. I will continue tomorrow. This is what I have now. Looking okay. Definitely is not perfect because I'm not professional. Of course, this is just DIY. You can definitely see some waviness of the tiles. This is my first time doing this. I think it's okay. Okay, let me show you my cutting station. If I need water, that's my water. When I need to cut, I will close the door. So all the splash from the cutting, from the blade, all that will be contained. I can't believe this. I have completed the tiling. Let me show you this part because I'm sort of proud of it. This tiny concrete block is not square in any surface. That is not level. The wall is not plumb. The side is not plumb as well. I try my very best to tile it. Another creative way that I did is clamp it up to extend it to have a a little bit surface for the tile to sit on. The wet saw is amazing. So you can see all this cut is cut by the wet saw. Even though I can cut that tiny piece by a wet saw, I'm very amazed by a $60 wet saw. This is what my kitchen look like now. I'm really proud of it. And this is what the other side look like. There's a few improvement that is not included in the videos because I didn't videotape. First of all, this door is the special child. I couldn't order any custom door from Bunnings because they don't take order at the moment, so whatever. So I make my own door and I use some contact paper to wrap it. I have a lot of black contact paper left over. I use that on my custom door. And same thing, I have my cake board. This is a combination of 5 board and 2 board, so 7 board. Use nail to link it together, and I use contact paper to wrap it as well. However, I think I'm going to change it because I have my vacuum robot. It doesn't detect black thing that well, so it keeps bumping into it. I don't like that. It's very noisy. Maybe get some new board and paint it in a lighter color like my baseboard. Another thing is we do this window is not included in the video that I make about louver windows. Basically, this is what my window look like now. The louver windows to the left and a fixed piece of glass to the right. Originally, this is in reverse. The window that can be opened is on the right hand side, and the left hand side is a fixed piece of glass. And I just find that so stupid. I'm planning to put a privacy film onto this glass as well, so it's just more uniform. Obviously, I have curtain as well. And the last thing is this timber. It looks beautiful, and this is the first time I use some special router bit to router this curved edge. I think it looks beautiful. So yeah, this is what a live-in kitchen look like.